What's up, everybody? It's your girl Rachel. I have another great episode today on What's Up Dallas Magazine's talk show. I have the amazing Ferman Jackson and the amazing Phoenix Sapphire. How are y'all doing today?
Great,
Hello,
awesome.
hello.
Good. I'm so
Good.
honored to have y'all on my show today. So, for the people out there that are watching, can you please tell them where to find you on social media?
I'm a gentleman, so I'm gonna let Phoenix go first.
So you can find me on all social media platforms. I am Phoenix Sapphire. Some of them I put the eights behind my name because I flow in unison with my good and my bad. But yes, Phoenix Sapphire. Check me out on everything.
Awesome.
And of course, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Ferman Jackson Jr. or type in Walking This Way's Impact World Podcast and everything will pop up. I will say that.
And you are everywhere. Both of y'all are everywhere. I see you all over social media.
Nice.
Doing things. So the reason why I brought y'all both on my show today is because y'all got this collaboration thing that y'all are doing, and I want to talk to you about that. How'd y'all connect and how'd y'all get started doing this?
Really, I met Phoenix on social media probably like within a year that I moved here and crossed each other on social media. At that time, I was doing a show on dating and relationships, and that's how that all came about. So to fast forward, we did a show for a little while. And I know with conflict of schedule, things went other ways. But then we actually reached out to me about collabing on the show on a weekly basis, and it just went from there. And what I like about her because her energy. To me, she's out of this world. She's different. She's unique, and that's what I like about her, and the way she carries herself, like out of this world, like an alien type
Oh,
source. So that's what I love about her.
That's
thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. Yeah, for me, I remember we followed each other on Facebook and I came on the show. I can't remember the first show I came on, but we had a interview. And then after that, I just always supported the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's always been a good message. So coming on and hosting I think it clicks right. I think it's great.
That's
Oh yeah,
amazing.
most definitely.
Well, I see y'all vibing together really well, and I've seen some of the episodes where y'all are co-hosting together, and I just want to give you
Right.
props for making that work. That's pretty amazing.
Hey,
Thank you.
awesome. And also, Rachel, I gotta give you your flowers as well. Gotta see the work that you're doing with the magazine. You're staying consistent with it. And I know you came on my platform when I interviewed when you first getting it started, and then it just catapulted from there. So keep it a great work with the magazine. I see a lot of people responding to it faithfully. You just take it to a whole nother level. So I'm very proud of you and your husband, the work that y'all doing within the community here in the DFW. Hey, my props go out to y'all.
I
Right.
appreciate that. I'm very thankful for your compassionate and your great comments and stuff because that really helps motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing. So
Right.
yeah, but I want to talk about you guys. I want to talk about you. So Furman, you and I have been friends for a really long time. Like,
Hmm.
since we connected that first time we interviewed, we've just been connecting. But Miss Phoenix, this is my first time getting to talk to you. Tell me a little bit about
Yes.
what you do.
I'm a supporter of my city. I always start when people ask me that way. I am a poet. I've been working around the DFW for a few years. Started just supporting artists. I work with a lot of artists. Shout out to DFW Music. That is my team. We host events, promotions, music, poetry, comedy, everything. So we're always out here. We're always networking, working. It's all about connecting with like-minded individuals. All about getting around your people. And so it's great to see. There's so much greatness in this city. So I'm here for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Furman, tell me what you got going on lately.
Of course, the show, promoting, booking guests for the show. Just be brought back at the t-shirts again. So I've been promoting that on my page as well. And also, we're doing music videos now. So any artists out there, whether you do rock, pop, country, gospel, it don't matter. Just get with Phoenix Sapphire for that, and just make sure it's MP4 formatted. So we're trying to do a lot of things. I don't want to say try to keep that word out, but the goal is do a lot of great things on the podcast Rachel, to give a lot of that gumbo flavor, that all you can eat buffet style, where we can bring a lot of different things to the platform and take it to that next level.
I respect
And
that.
then right now we're not. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to intercede and just add to that, sending in your music in MP4, because dealing with a lot of artists, they always kind of have this hesitation in moving because they think that people want to take from them, or there's some underline, I need something from you type thing. But right now we are accepting those submissions for free. So if you want to get your music and stuff on to other platforms and in front of people who you're not getting just off of your Facebook family and their little bit of friends, you know what I'm saying? Tap in, artist. So
Right, that's amazing. And I love that you are doing that too. It's very similar to the new concept we have coming up, What's Up Dallas Music. So I don't know if y'all seen that all over social media, but it's in the promotion stages. Um, it's actually What's Up Dallas magazine is now branching off to a music magazine, which is geared specifically music magazine articles for only artists that are in DFW, because
nice.
a lot of our followers are music artists. Like, people are just like, wow, like she really supports the community and the music and all that.
Right.
And I'm very eclectic too. I'm a very eclectic person, just like you both are. So I like music all kinds of sorts. So I'm just like, you have that. And I think, is it Jimbo? Is it Jimbo that with DFW music? He just reached out to
Yes.
me on Facebook this morning. So we'll be connecting pretty soon. So yeah.
Love Shout out
Mhm.
to Jimbo.
Yes, we're gonna be connecting here pretty soon. I messaged him on Facebook, see what he's got going on, because we have the studio where they can perform, and in the
Okay.
studio they have the magazine article, and then they could do an interview inside the studio all at the same time. So we're
Beautiful.
working with a lot of those people as well too. So that's great. Yes, oh my gosh.
And and that's what it's all about. And just really just giving back, supporting others, because it takes a village, Rachel. It takes a village to make these things work, make these things happen, make these things shake. Just like on the platform, we want to make sure we give everybody their time spent, their resources spent when they come on our platform, when they watch us on YouTube, when they watch us on Facebook Live, or they may go back and listen to us on Spotify and iHeart and Google Podcasts. We want to make sure that we're giving our viewers the best show possible on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturday mornings. And that's what's all about. I'm very thankful Phoenix come along with me, because like I said, it takes a village. Can't do all by yourself. And not only that, but they better share their responsibilities with a person that's like-minded, where we can make this thing very, very successful. And that's what I believe in.
I
I
love that.
agree.
Yeah. I agree with that too. I mean, Phoenix and you together is kind of like me and Melvin when we work together. It's like he's my media guy, and I have the magazine. We just connect, like we just promote each other. It's like we're growing together. So I want to talk to you both about, like, when you came to that conclusion that you needed to have someone else to help you out, to help you grow. How did you learn to accept that? How did you accept it?
Well, Phoenix, you want to go first? I'm a gentleman, so I'm
No,
gonna let you
no,
go
go
first.
ahead. I mean, I'm just here for it. When you're walking in your path, opportunities come to you, what you need, and when the time is right, the energy flows in that direction. So I flow on energy, like 100%. It's all authentic. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hard worker in everything that I do. So, we work full time. We do this in our spare time, and not even spare time. We make time for the
Mhm.
things that we're passionate about. So that's just what it is for me. It's like, I agree with the message. I agree with the movement, so I'm here.
And I always envision, you know what? I always visualize having a female counterpart as a co-host. I always envision that we have both ends. You have the woman's side, you have the man's side, and coming together is a powerful thing. So I always envision having a female co-host with me when we're doing these shows because we want from both ends. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always envision when it comes doing the platform.
Do you feel like
And also, Ferman,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry. But I wanted to add too, I've been asked to be on multiple podcasts. I used to be on one way back in the day. I was on one, and I've been declining offers left and right to do podcasts just because of what it represents and what we're actually doing and what topics we're going to be talking about and things like that. So I appreciate you so much and what you do for this city.
Awesome.
Yes. I support both of you because I know you're both really, community supportive. Like you have a lot of community. You go out, you do stuff. It's like you're not expecting like the financial, return. You're doing it because you generally want to give it back. And I respect that a lot.
Right.
And I want to talk to you both about like whenever you're on the podcast and you feel like there's a male and a female host on there, do you feel like the show is more received by the public, or do you feel like some people still hesitate because of it?
It's more receptive, I believe.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It never have been any conflict or anything like that. Okay, when you get on the show, it's not about dominating one another. It's all about complimenting one another. That's what I believe in. We compliment each other and not dominate each other. You got some platforms who like to dominate each other for what? When the common goal
Right.
is to give back to our viewing audience, give back to the
Mhm.
public, that they take something with them. So I'm a big believer on complimenting each other and not competing against each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I love that. And I respect
Same.
that too. That's a really great answer, by the way. Because there are some people that, they have a talk show, they have a co-host, and then some people may not receive it, and some people maybe they do. They respect it more because there's a male and a female. So it feels more like an equal conversation type. So, and then
Mhm.
also I imagine the diversity of the conversations that you have. I mean, because you have a male
Right.
perspective, you have a female perspective. You have some
Right.
things that women experience, some things that men experience. And then I was talking with the Queens of Conversation the other day, and they were saying there's not enough men out there talking about mental health awareness, about, why
We
they need
talked
to
about
talk
that
about those
last
kind of
week.
things. So, and
Mhm.
then I know Ferman, I know he would definitely be talking about that because he's an advocate for definitely taking care of yourself. Because I see you, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's
Right.
important. Right now I'm drinking my multivitamin liquid inside my water I got from the vitamin shop. For those who don't know, the vitamin shop is one of my favorite places to go because I gotta stay healthy, especially when you start getting almost older, because I'll be 42 next year. So main thing is really just staying healthy and staying focused. And I know you said about the mental health thing. Knowing take care of yourself is very important when it comes to mental health. And a lot of time, Rachel, stuff may experience where people may experience drug uses, alcohol, you name it. And that plays a role in people's mental health too. Because I work in a field where I see a lot of guys who are incarcerated, gone, mentally gone, where they got a hold of bad drugs and this kind of stuff we never really talk about in our city, in our on our platforms. That this stuff is happening every day. Like you have people that's out there homeless with mental
Right.
issues, out there talking to themselves, and you see that if you go downtown Dallas right now, you see that all the time. But we're not
Everywhere.
talking about these things everywhere. We're not talking about these things. You see them out here in Arlington a little bit, but it's the things that we're not really talking about, and they deal with a lot of mental issues too, and that comes from drug uses, and they got a hold of something bad, and their mind is gone mentally.
Yeah. I
Right.
agree. I agree with that. Mental health is so important. And I mean, we're all community supporters, all three of us. So I want to kind of talk while we got a few more minutes, about some issues that you wish that people would talk about more. So I'll give each one of you the platform. Just list things that you wish people would
Um,
talk about more.
well, I'm big on mental health awareness. That's probably my biggest calling is to get that within the artistic community for us to discuss it. That relationships, I believe that the male and the female dynamic need to be rebuilt, that we need to wipe out what has been taught to us, what the dynamic has become, and recreate it for ourselves, both in business, relationships, and teamship, everything, the union laws of dealing with anybody when we come into agreements on anything. So that's definitely things that I want to tap in. We have to change the mindset to change the people. It doesn't start with man or woman first. Now, if woman is the feminine and man is the masculine, man is of action, woman is the thought life, the vision, I'll say. So we have to change the thought, change the mind, change the community. So that's what I want. I'm a little sideways with it right now, but I hope y'all follow me.
I know
Oh
what you're
yeah.
saying. I know what you're saying.
I mean the same thing. Growth, elevation, of course. Breaking the algorithm. Breaking the narrative that was been presented for so long. Getting back to the basics, getting back to man, woman, getting back to family, Rachel. That's the most important thing. Getting back to building legacies, getting a vision. And I'm gonna tell this to all the ladies out there who feel like you don't have a voice. You have a voice when it comes to a relationship with your counterpart, with your man. You do have a voice. It's up to the man to listen. A lot of times God does speak to the woman. It's a lot of time we have to accept what she's saying and trust. It's like, for example, if you try something for so long and she said, "Hey babe, I think we should try it this way and see how it goes," it's up to the man to humble himself and say, "You know what, babe, we're gonna try to see how it works." It's not to hurt you, it's to help you. And that's a lot of times is too, Rachel, is pride, dropping your pride, dropping your ego, learn to receive the correction, learn to receive the help, and then it works out. Like, okay, but I see what you were talking about. So drop the pride, drop the ego. Even though we have leadership and stuff like that, but we still have to be receptive to our counterpart. If
Yes,
that makes sense what I'm saying. Yeah.
it
Yes.
does. It makes perfect sense. I wish people would talk about how we need to respect each other a lot more. And I don't think uh society is making it to where people are talking about respect, like actual real true respect. They think they're talking more about entitlement in the community. Entitlement, people, they feel more entitled to say what they feel without repercussions. I feel like that's the subject that a lot of people need to talk about too. Because we're in that generation. People just feel like they're entitled to say what they think without anybody being upset
I
about
mean,
it.
we are the most comfortable generation. We've been given everything at our fingertips. So there's that. We want it so fast, that instant gratification now. And I mean, if you look at what's being fed to us, it's all disrespected, from the music industry to a lot of the movies. Media is feeding us to the disrespect of woman, and in turn feeding the woman to disrespect the man, and it all being about sex or money and not on people or family anymore. So I just see it, if we don't change the dynamic, and there's so many independent artists and we claim independence, but we still fuel mainstream media when we
Mhm.
have the power to take away from them. That's why I appreciate your magazine and these media outlets that are coming out, that we don't have to only
Mhm.
go to those, but we have to turn our head to it. It's time that we take control, or
Of
our
course.
kids will suffer.
Of
And that's
course.
it. And also, too, Rachel, is being more open minded, being diverse, and having
Mhm.
conversations that we never used to have back in the day, especially when it came to being with the person you plan on spending the rest of your life with, to be able to talk about these things from childhood up to now. Have you been assaulted before, physically or sexually? A lot of people have dealt with that too. They never really talk
Right.
about it. Was you addicted to drugs, alcohol, same sex? This kind of stuff is very, very important that we need to talk about and address before we make that decision to get with someone. But in other words, You don't want to catch nobody by surprise. That's how the divorce rate is so high because people get into these relationships, they go into them blind. They never talk about a lot of things. Then when they finally into these relationships, oh, I didn't sign up for all this. What happened if we went ahead and sit and talk about it? No judgmental, sit and talk about these things. Now they give the individual the decision where do I want to pursue it or not. So your time won't be wasted, my time won't be wasted, nobody wants time to be wasted. I think we need to get to that point too, to prevent a lot of these breakups from happening if we learn how to be real with ourselves first.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. So I'm definitely going to bring y'all back on my show because I feel like this is a conversation that we could go on for another hour
Oh
or
yeah.
so.
Definitely.
But
We will talk, girl.
yes, yes, we will talk for sure. So audience out there, we are almost out of time with our guests for this episode, but we will definitely be back. So Phoenix and Ferman, can you please tell everybody your social media one more time?
Phoenix,
You
go
can
first.
follow me on all. Okay, you can follow me on all social media platforms. I'm funny on Facebook. If you follow me on Instagram, you're barely gonna see anything because I don't Instagram a lot, But I'm Phoenix Sapphire. Just look me up. Yeah. Go ahead, Ferman.
All right, and I'm Ferman Jackson. Of course, you can follow me on social media platform because you never know what's going to happen, but we know it's going to be all in a positive way. And what we said can change your life forever. I do believe that.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all to my guests. I appreciate y'all so much.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Bye.